All right. Acting all aside, entertainment all aside, right? I want to know who Captain Howdy really was. Now, I've seen his videos. If you are anything to do with crime or cases or anything like that, you've seen Captain Howdy's videos. But who was the man behind the videos? I have no idea, right? I've seen his videos. From what I see from his videos, is he was someone that didn't want to be known who he was, right? Which there's nothing wrong with that, right? I understand. So we're gonna watch a guy that's been away, uh, excuse me, for a while. He took time off of YouTube. Some people say he's been trolling. I don't know because I don't pry into people's lives, right? So we're gonna watch a video from Grazaroni or Graz, I think his name is, which I thought the guy was pretty cool guy myself. But as like everything, people now are saying he's supposedly bad and whatever. I don't know. I don't know. We're just making content and entertainment like the rest of these people. And we have our own opinions on the case, right? So let's watch a little of this. And it's not because people are jealous. We're tired of hearing that, oh, you're jealous. I'm not. Why would I be jealous of that? It don't make sense. If I'm going to be jealous, it's over an incredible, beautiful woman, right? That I've lost to another man or something like that. And even then, if I was jealous, I certainly wouldn't make up fake content to frame people or whatever. You know, it just there. Jealousy has nothing to do with this. These people are more richer than me, and I'm not jealous of it. I am where I am, and that's what I have to deal with. I overcome, adapt, right? I buy stuff cheap, garage sales, thrift stores, whatever, right? Sometimes I've gotten stuff out of the garbage and fixed it, right? It has nothing to do with being jealous. I don't care if they're millionaires. I don't care if they're poor. It's trying to figure out what happened in the Delphi case. So let's watch a little bit of Graz. He's going to explain who Captain Howdy was. And Captain Howdy was mysterious. People have the right to know what's going on. One day, the guy's a staple of a family man and a great crime fighter. And the next day, supposedly, he's done very bad stuff. Let's find out.
Was one of my closest friends on the phone
Joe.
nearly every day at one
Are you there,
point.
Joe?
And once again, my condolences, if it's true, to Captain Howdy and Graz, supposedly his good friend. My condolences. But you know as well as I do, Delphi, these people have made a mystery out of the whole thing. So if I offended you, my apologies if I offended anybody. I'm not the number one YouTuber, and I'm not jealous of that at all.
He always checked in on me. He checked in on you. And he built a space on YouTube where people who love true crime felt
Joe?
like they had a home.
Come in, Joe. Hello, Joe. Is that you? We really need you. Oh, my little Joe. You're such a good detective, my little Joe. Becky moved the book and we would not know if it wasn't for you.
Hello, Miss Debbie. Can you hear me? I had to stop the video. Is someone singing? I'm looking to see if I have other tabs open. I'm hearing music. I don't know if it's coming from Graz's video or if I had a tab open. I shut all the tabs. You can hear me? Okay, I haven't been shut down yet. All right. All right, let's find out who Captain Howdy was.
My little Joe, and you as above so below. I swear to God, you were my bro. Just kidding, we were that close. But you're a little.
And is anyone else here? Is that Graz's video? Is someone sing? But you're a little. Oh man, what are these guys doing? Are they trying to start a World War III? I don't understand these crazy men. Let's continue. Hello, Ashworth. Let's continue to watch
Little bitch, yeah, you're a little bitch. That's all I can say. That's all he can say. It's a case of paranoia, and you're really gay.
It's Graz talking. Graz just did a diss track on As Above, So Below, who now is War Lion, ASSBBB. I think that's a diss track going out to As Above, So Below. Oh my God. The genius of Graz. I used to watch Graz many years ago, right? He was very level headed, right? People go in there, try to get him mad, and he just remained calm. Oh, guys, just quit. Just quit being mean and let's get back. Well, he's like a 60s dude or something, a hippie. But let's continue to watch this. I'm gonna speed forward a little bit of this song because Graz might have that copyrighted, right? I have to take the video down, right? But I give a shout out to Graz if that's a diss track against As Above So Below. Who knew? Who knew it turned into a diss track war?
Really gay, it's paranoia.
Paradormy.
He was really, really smart, and he understood people, especially broken people. He spent years breaking down the psychology of killers, and he could see the patterns that most of us missed. He helped us understand them. And then one day, he became one of them.
For the thousands in attendance
Well,
and the
what do you mean
millions
he
watching
became one of them?
around the world
Exactly.
on
If you're around
HBO
idiots
pay-per-view.
24/7,
Ladies and gentlemen,
eventually
from
you're gonna be
Mandalay
an
Bay,
idiot.
Las Vegas.
Nobody cares, real chill Graz. Go do your own thing.
Ah! God, what was that?
Let's get
Great
ready to
heels.
rumble.
The following video is brought to you by Captain Howdy's anti-snake oil elixir. Have you been conned into buying someone's snake oil only to realize you've been had?
The captain committed a murder-suicide. He killed his wife, and then he took his own life. And he left behind a son. And now his son has to grow up with that legacy. I don't know how to process this. None of us do.
I do want to say condolences to the family and that little one. And it's always the innocent that suffer, and the children and the innocent adults. No laughing matter about that, right? May I also point that we're seeing a clip of police, but the clip is saying 2 people involved in a Indiana shooting identified.
The community is heartbroken. We're confused, angry, betrayed. And that's what this video is about. Trying to understand how someone who spent years studying monsters could become one. This is not a hit piece, and it's not a tribute. It's a conversation about duality, about warning signs, about what we missed, and whether we really ever knew the man behind the voice. For most people, the captain was just a voice, a dark narrator floating through the void of true crime stories, painting horrific images with his words. He never showed his face. He never used his real name. That was part of his mystique. And honestly, it was part of his power. As the Captain Howdy, he became a legend in the true crime space. His videos were disturbing but thoughtful. His humor was grotesque but intentional. He had a way of taking something horrifying and making you think not just about the crime, but about the people behind it, the victims, the killers, the families left behind. He didn't just tell stories, he dissected them. He tore into the psychology of the killers like he was peeling back layers of rot, looking for meaning behind this madness. And he had empathy too, or at least he seemed to. He cared about.
Now, I want to point out to people, we're seeing a lot of footage in the Delphi case, a bridge guy. And within them footages are also the things that you are seeing in the Captain Howdy video. Of you see a figure, right? A bunch of snow around it. But if you look into the image of the man, you will see a face, right? At the bottom of in the middle of his body. Faint pictures of where people would say, well, that looks like a face, right? And yada, 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 hence pareidolia, where people see human figures or things within nature or within photos, which now we could pretty much prove is all created, generated, computer, right? Now, the bridge guy video that is out, we enhanced it and blew it up, right? On this channel. And what was in that footage? The same thing you folks are seeing right now on Captain Howdy's thing right now, right in front of your faces, right? There's a face within the shadow, within the guy with the glasses on, right, and the hat, right? You can also see a facial expression or feature, almost like an alien or something that has sunglasses on and a hat, and then you look below and you see what looks to be a demon or a ghost or something, right?
About the people who followed him. He cared about me. He called me just to make sure I was doing okay. Not once or twice, all the time. I've lost count of the nights that we stayed up talking on the phone about life, about cases, about pain. He knew how dark this world could get, and he didn't want the people around him to fall into it. That might be one of the parts hardest to accept. Because how do you reconcile that man, the friend, the artist, the observer of evil, with what he ultimately became? Was the darkness always there? Did he know it was growing? Did he warn us about it?
Well, at least Graziano is opening his mind. What did I see in Captain Howdy's videos? Well, someone that didn't want to be seen, someone that wanted to do the work behind the scenes, much like Illuminatist, right? We're coming to you today, warning you that we are watching you. Illuminatist, right? secret society, whatever. He wants to be behind the scenes. No one see him in the shadows, lurking. Other than that, I have no idea who Captain Howdy was. For all I know, it could be my next door neighbor, and I wouldn't even know it. That's the world we live in.
Put it in ways that we didn't pick up on? Or was he just really good at wearing the mask?
True Crime News celebrities investigates.
The bruiser and all of the
Who's your
flying
cold
monkeys.
case? Anthony from True Crime
He's
Investigates.
the kind of guy who would go out of his way to do something nice.
He was a nice guy. He would do anything for anybody.
I'm talking to the guy. The guy's a really small guy, but really nice guy.
He was actually a pretty good all-around guy.
Yes. Was he very kind to everybody for the most part? Yes.
Total shock. Like, that dude was the nicest guy in the world.
Something in him flipped.
This is a topic that I've wanted to discuss for a very long time, and I've ended up questioning a lot of things in my life as a result of it. Today I want to talk about someone I really look up to just about more than anyone.
And that person was at one time a really good friend of mine and someone I looked up to.
I borderline idolized
The captain.
And I wanted to be like him more than anything in the world. I was obsessed
with true crime. And to me, and many other people in the true crime community, the captain was the best YouTuber
had ever lived. I can't tell you how many nights I stayed up, glued to my
screen, poring over the videos that the captain made in just total amazement. It was like someone who loved art.
Finally getting to see a Da Vinci for the first time.
When he was growing up in
the 1980s during the height of the Cold War. And think of the fat kid with no teeth from Stranger Things.
And that was him, to the T. Except without the Demogorgon or anything really remotely cool for that matter. I can't truly explain to you in this video how much people loved him. He was borderline a national treasure. He loved
chess.
He loved true crime. He loved the community. And he
despised
the trolls. I don't know if he despised the trolls so much as he cared deeply what they thought. For someone who came off as so fearless online, so bold, so...
All right, as you folks seen, someone walks up to a tree and grabs a doll that's on a tree. Right? Very sinister, very crazy. But don't forget, in the beginning of the Delphi case, there was rumors going around that there was hundreds of dolls scattered all over around the bodies of the girls. Well, that was true. That's what they were saying. That, yes, there was. And then people started saying, well, it makes sense why Bridge Guy looks like he's all puffed up, right? It's possible he had dolls underneath his jacket, right? Then we found out about the shoe tree. Well, it's possible Bridge Guy had a bunch of shoes in his jacket, right? Maybe. Don't know.
Unfiltered. The captain was deeply affected by what people thought of him. And he said it outright in his videos a lot of times.
It is absolutely brutal out there right now. And I feel like when I create a video, I'm walking on eggshells.
And if you knew him behind the scenes, you would know even more. He worried about it constantly, about people misinterpreting him, about being misunderstood, misquoted, misjudged, misidentified. He would comb through comment sections. He would rewatch his own videos and fixate on tiny things.
It's honestly one of the most upsetting topics.
He wasn't obsessed with fame. He was obsessed with control. And he wanted to control how he...
So he was a control freak. Now, I'm going to be honest with you folks. When I do a video, I don't watch it. People are like, why didn't you do that? Because I do the live and I leave it. I put it out there. I don't do any editing. Now, it's very well possible someone else might be editing it as it's coming right off the line. And that's how good our technology is these days. People are like, it's impossible. Well, let me tell you something. If they can do it on the fly when they're doing TV programs and cut stuff out and go back into other things or whatever, right on the fly, yeah, it's very possible a good editor and computer hacker could be editing as we're talking right now behind me. So, yeah, very well possible. Well, we're not going to lie to you here in America. I mean, I'm not in the White House and got billions of dollars being pumped out to me to lie. And I wouldn't lie. I wouldn't take the money. I would say I pass on the White House if it's that corrupted.
He was perceived. And when somebody attacked him online, even anonymously, it completely destroyed him. I remember whole nights on the phone where all we talked about was some troll's comment or someone taking a jab at him in a comment section. He didn't just brush it off like most creators try to do. He internalized it. He took it personally, and sometimes he even spiraled. This wasn't just insecurity, it was deeper than that. He needed people to see him a certain way. As smart, as sharp, as original, as dark but thoughtful. If you questioned that identity, he didn't just get defensive, he got scared. It's chilling to think about now, because for someone who spent so much time analyzing,
like once I said, but I've seen this video before, but Captain Howdy seems like he was somebody that he wasn't, right? He got indulged in crime. He was a control freak. He watched his videos afterwards constantly, dissecting them, going through all of his comments, dissecting what people said. It sounds like somebody that got themselves in too far. And maybe somebody knew exactly who or what they were doing, confronted them maybe. But to go off the deep end and you got a new baby coming, you got a job, everything is going great, and then you just one day wake up and kill your family. I don't buy it. There's something deeper there, folks. Now, I've been accused of many things by this government, by this world, by everybody. You haven't seen me go out and kill anybody, and I certainly didn't kill myself because I love life. I love the life God gave me. Life is good. Love is good. Peace is good. It'll make you live longer. So, what do I think? I think he was a great creator. He knew how to use AI and computer generated programs, and he was a great editor. I don't see how the whole world loved him. He had big views, great videos. I see something deeper inside is the reason why he had to project all this to the world, that he was the best. And when things didn't go his way, well, then the darkness came out. Well, that could be possible. That could be possible. Now, once again, my condolences to the family. But there are legit people out there saying that he's still around. Right? He's still around. How can somebody that no one knows, all of a sudden a news feed comes up that somebody killed 2 people And all of a sudden it's Captain Howdy and his wife, and the only one left behind is his little child. I find it suspicious. I'm not going to lie with the rest of the people. There's something there. I mean, just boom, it's over with, right? No, nothing other than it was a sleight of hand. He was a control freak. He had to be in charge of everything. And if people thought bad of him, listen, Howdy, this whole world hates me for the simple reason of being one of God's children. Throw on top of that, Satan wants my butt. And the rest of the world is pissed because of the things I say. I'm not going to kill myself. And anyone else that I truly love, especially a woman I bed down with. So my take on this whole thing. Show me proof. Show me a body that any of these YouTubers didn't just die and they didn't just jump to another video or just leave YouTube. Why? Probably because it got too deep. Maybe all these people ain't what they say they are, right? Well, I've been honest with these people. I have a disability and paperwork to prove it. And I know no matter how crazy I get, you break the law with killing somebody or kidnapping or whatever these people are doing, you're going to lose your freedoms and your life. So, and it took many years, medicine and me training my own brain that if I don't control my psychotic mind and hurt somebody, I'll go to prison for the rest of my life. That's why I don't do bad. And I took up live and let live and acting. And some say I'm pretty good, but I'm not. I'm just an idiot. And if an idiot can figure out that these people ain't who they said they were, they're not police, they're not cops, they're not lawyers, they're not psychologists. What they are wannabes, and it might have cost people's lives. Now, you folks have a great day. My condolences to Mr. Howdy and his family and his little one. If it's true, we have no idea. I mean, these people are mad because they're questioning it. There's no proof. Show me an autopsy photo of the guy, which you don't even know what he looked like. No one does. Let me just pull up a photo of Jimmy Cagney. Howdy died today. Yeah, well, see, I don't believe anything. Why? Because I've been lied to my whole life. By idiots, the devil, you name it. You folks have a great day. We'll continue to watch the Delphi case. I imagine there'll be a whole bunch of them just dying themselves. I took myself out. I don't know. Debbie, how many times did I take myself out on this channel? I don't know if anyone can hear me. Debbie, are you still here? Are you still here, Debbie? Can you hear me? Couple of hundred times. Exactly. Couple hundred times I took myself out on this channel during my movie. And the gall of these people to call cut. My own chat was saying, cut, that's a wrap, Johnny. It was great. I say when I cut, it's my movie. I would have played dead for at least a half an hour. I could have kept quiet. I could have kept my mouth shut for at least a half an hour, maybe an hour. And my own chat said, cut, it's a wrap. That was great. Right? So to those who are watching, and now people are going to say, how dare you're sick. You don't have composure. You don't. No, I don't. I don't. Not when nobody knew this guy. No one's seen his face. No one knew what he looked like. Uh, it's hard to believe someone died when you don't have a body or autopsy and photos of this was Captain Howdy. How do I know? Well, this was the guy that owned the. Well, we don't know that. For all we know, it was a fake account. I mean, we've seen that in the Delphi case before. So as we go on, this will be. Debbie said it's been a couple hundred times that I took myself out on this channel, and what a movie we got. But let me tell you something, baby. It ain't over till the skinny man sings. La vista la bato. Say, man down, Debbie. My God, woman, I'm trying to work on a movie. Cut. Ladies and gentlemen, you've been watching the Johnny Kramer YouTube channel. I don't know how many times I got to tell these people. I don't believe nothing anymore. And plus, my psychotic mind that these people have labeled me with is just too psychotic for this world. So I'm just done with this whole madness for a while. I know I'll probably be back on it. You cannot say cut. Good God, woman, she said cut. I'm going to end this video. You folks have a great day. Condolences if a man died, Captain Howdy, whatever his real name was, if it's true. But I can't get mad at these people for questioning it. I can't get mad for them because we don't see. That's part of crime. If I listened to what everybody said without seeing death photos or crime scene photos of a case, then I can't solve a case. I'm going on what people said. Many people died. Where? Over there. Where's the bodies? Somebody. I think we're not sure. It's yeah. Have a good day, folks. I do want to say to Graziano, that was a great diss track. To As Above and So Below with the Paradormi Numini. Everybody is Bridge Guy, and everybody's got figures in this guy. Exactly, Miss Debbie. Have a great day. God bless everybody.